The gray shirt continued. The Lord asked me to ask. Have you had any goals recently? I remind you to hurry. If we don't wait, we'll have enough for the 4 kings. It's also spring. The guy replied, of course there is. That's Liu Feng's fleet. Find Kier registered to have the fleet of Liu Feng, right? It's all good stuff. Cooking clothes. I heard that the car supplies. Used to make it new. There is no shortage of food and clothing. That's the route and time of the fleet. I've been listening. The escort is small. Until then, the cavalry volunteered once. They will mess up their situation. Give Tay the money information. The gray shirt is good. Only this time succeed. 40 attack to the capital will come to hand. Until then, we are also quick to strike at the capital. This good news. I'll move to Cho soon. The brown shirt had to succeed until then. Don't forget me. The Kier man replied calmly. Count Mu Day will follow you. The conversation ended via master. They fell out. Young master, what are we waiting for? Catch them now. Save the wind back, no hurry. No, I just hit the grass snake. They can't catch the person behind them. How did the Earl buy the rope? She turned to ask Lucy. Lucy thought for a moment and said, it looks like the Count in the East. It's also very influential on that place. If Quang Vuong capital is still organized, many people act with such influence. Maybe it's just him. Du Fong satisfied, very good student. You take people with you. He must find the city of the day. Immediately receive orders. They are assigned tasks via human resources. Catch the name just transmitted the news for good advice. I want to know, in the penis of how many people help them. Via seriously, yes lol. Do we need to protect the fleet? For a few more days? The wind lasts. It doesn't need to be the smell that I spit out. That's what Lucy is saying now. The wind looks at everyone. Okay, let's get started. Report any situation at any time. A small rotting boat quietly left the yellow boat. The one on the boat was the gray guy who had just sent the message. Right behind is the toilet's boat looking at Theo. On the betting boat, people are pouring all their attention on the casino. The screams they give me. Give them to me. The Count's subordinate was staring at the pole. Someone in the back said, Lord, there is a master who wants to talk to you. Brown shirt name surprise rock umbrella. The clerk invited this guy to a room and said, it's this place. Looking for brown shirts, wondering who it is. Not even time to open the door. Then he ate a stick. And his head passed out on the ground. Then out, the clerk just hit him in the head with a stick. He ordered the people inside to leave. At Liu Feng's blue pants, a soldier with a classified document walked in. Tell the captain there's an urgent order. The fisherman holding the order in his hand focused on reading. Then give the command out loud. At this time at the castle in the city of the bearded count. Mu seconds just got the message from the follow. Save the wind. The fleet of the Atlantic city after. The messenger ate and reported. The Earl's name, please everyone see SAO. The Kier name replied, now AI also knows in the hands of the wind. There are some good things. If it's really as the intelligence says. Just a little protection. I see an opportunity that can't be missed. The guy in the back saw something wrong. If you need to change this car. Maybe he'll come in person to ask about it. I'm worried it will cost 7. The angry messenger. I mean, look right. This good stuff runs through our eyelids. The guy in the back said that. I mean, it's better to be nice. The second guy interrupted. No more arguing, I've decided. Poor places that have just written are poor. Let's say this is the last good thing to eat. Their conversation was born in hiding. I hear it all outside. The Count's entire army gathered under the gate. On the gate, the general reported. The master is ready. The Count was pleased. Then the general turned out. Tell the whole army below. The Mori. He got a map of the fleet. The Atlantic city they'll be passing by recently. This is the gift that God has given us. Public area. We've got to win this one. The Atlantic is not so rich. Soldiers talk to each other. The general's voice was loud. You can enjoy the glory or not. We have to see our time. The soldiers below responded. Shout out aloud thunder. Those flags flying high in the wind. There's a loud shout coming. They hide on the wall and watch the army march. Go back and tell the 3 people who are with you. A team on the news for the Lord. Team 1, Team 2, follow me. On a picnic road. Liu Feng's convoy is leisurely, walking in the fresh forest. In the grove of trees the Count's men had prepared. Like a great horseman with some soldiers standing in the distance. Observed in the Count's city. Mu Day on the train holding a glass of red wine. Shaking comparable waves. The Count sat comfortably in his chair. It's about to start, isn't it? The servant next to him bowed his head and said, Yes, my lord. The Count continued, Wait for them to come back, you know what to do. Don't worry, my lord, replied the servant next to you. It has been arranged. Congratulations party does not spare anyone. Then the 2 of them laughed. Outside the hordes of students are ambushing. Please withdraw your weapon, a sharp sword prepared for action. Right now in the woods. When the convoy was moving, suddenly there was a shout to kill. The Count's general and the soldiers in ambush. Jump out towards the convoy. The leader of the ambushed convoy suddenly shouted. The raided fleet all bought their own guards. And slash the aggressive guests who come. Right now in the trunk, where there's supposed to be food and commodities. Bamboo tarpaulin unfolding. Inside are the guardians of the Atlantic. I need an arrow. Ready to fight. The arrows in a row now raw knocked down. But on like guessed. The general was shocked to see it was also wrong to send it off. The guard in the car continued to attack the 2-shot team. The general was afraid of sweating and had no supplies. They're all SAO soldiers. This is a trap. Then he shouted out the shield. But there's a thunder in the sky. The Count's army flew away in pain. Like a pronoun in the smoke of a horse. Slash the general. Order everyone to come up and not keep an AI. In Count Muji's palace at this moment, the glass fell. To the ground in a broken sound. Red wine on the floor. Next to him was the subordinate who had just been knocked down. Shin is holding the sword and raping the earl. Count Mu Day, we invite you to take a trip. In the lost city, on the top is the 3 earls. The general and his servant in gray. Is hooded waiting to be slashed? People are curious to see a lot. The Baroness is still very unruly and arrogantly said, Let me go. Let me go, you kidnappers. Kidnapping a noble, does anyone know what a crime is? The earl's hood removed. The blizzard looked at the people in front of him. This is. Go back from the next paragraph and say that. Sai made from fake vase. The code of murder. What is the crime? The journalist came back to ask the AI. Save my stone wind, I'm save wind. Name imitator surprise. That's ridiculous. When do I do that? Then he looked to the side. I saw that my servant Marquis had also been arrested. Keep the document in your right hand. Give up the excuses. The Marquis of Flags has admitted it. They also provide relevant evidence. Moreover, we found the chief horseman. Your men in the African cohorts hijacked the fleet, and this is an order for you to do your own thing. In the face of this evidence, what else do you have to say? He said as he tossed his crickets into the sky. I saw the papers on the ground. The alarm is scared. People hold out their hands to the papers that the wind just launched. When you are angry, you say, there are horses. It's the nobles who make you noble. Save the strong wind continued. The Earl uses the word riot. Linking many nobles. Serious harm. I decided to take away my noble status. At the same time, execution. The people below are supportive. Save Ha and Min style. Let us keep talking to prevent this from happening again. In the peaceful country, all the nobles dispersed from the peace. They just keep the title. Don't own any privileges. Starting from today onwards. All the people are in favor of exile together Big Lake. Save the great lord. Long live, long live. Under the executioner's scorching sun. Getting close to the count scares him. Waiting, but before he could finish, he left her. Blood turned into a river. In the capital of the Olive Kingdom, the kingdom of the dwarves, King Subinsun is having dinner with his daughter. It's Princess Daisy. He was about to put a piece of meat in his mouth. There is a 7-bar alarm. The king is not. It's not okay. He sat down and asked what was so stressful. The princess also paid attention to the guards. The guard just ran into the police looking for him. Afraid of not having a drop of blood. His eyes widened lifeless. I want to throw my throat out. Outside there is a monster. Everyone rushed out. Looking up at the blue sky, hidden in the white clouds is a strange giant. Know how to fly. The guard next to the princess. Stress observation giant flying object here. Oh my God. What is this? Just finished the words on that strange object. The shadow of a blue-haired bird, black wings flying down. Landing in front of the king and the princess. The Mize bird has just landed from the spaceship. Salute bow. By King Robinson. The Princess Daisy. Daisy screamed for joy at the ninja test. Ninja holding a roll of brown paper advancing. Give the guard back to the king. On behalf of the king, this time we are sending. Your words carry the surprise Kier. The princess asked back. The exiled king became king then Sao. The king next door was still reading the decree. That you bring. Ninja answered the princess yes. Shi Fuang came down and ended up ruling the lost king. About to hold a motor ritual. The real messenger of the communication delegation is Dejina. Lady, I just came to warn you. May your majesty arrange for someone to prepare an empty yard. Let us land. You just said, it's a giant spaceship in the sky. The king looked up at the plane. Tell your daughter, Daisy. We see the Atlantic. It's more mysterious than my imagination. Daisy was also looking at what was flying in the sky. Yes, in a very large yard. It has been urgently arranged. The ship landed. Lady Dejina Noble stepped down. Also respect the ceremony. Her Majesty, the king, has not seen her for a long time. Behind her are 2 dwarves. Attention Akon and Bayview, Africa. Princess Daisy politely replies to P. Letter Degina, welcome to water, Oli. I see two people behind. The princess asked Miss Dajia if these two were. Dazina introduced Theo. These two are Uncle Akon and Miss Luffy. They're the principal researchers of the Engineering Research Department into the Atlantic. The ship is also made by them. You two salute the princess. Degina continues. This time they followed us to find someone. I want to ask your majesty for help. Your majesty's answer is easy. Just heard here. Dance Faye, somewhat agitated, says Tomi Lisa. She's my mother. That garden, Tony Sao family. I know. I'll arrange for riders to protect everyone who goes there. If you want anything, tell the rider. The queen bowed her head and thanked the king. Degina told the king about the main thing. King, his majesty. This time I'm here to represent the king in exile. 10 precious members to attend the ceremony of enthronement. And the king said, when? Degina replied 4 days later. Princess Daisy surprise, because time is so fast. It's been 4 days since I left for 2 months. Not in time this time. Degina laughed back. Shin assured Starship One. We can go to the Atlantic City in half a day. I'm proud to talk about the scientific achievements of the Atlantic City. What Dalina said startled the princess thoroughly. Say something loud. The things that have happened. Let the king think a little. But you can answer. If King Liu Feng had invited me, I would have come. It takes some time to organize the national work. Degina replied, I think the king saw you coming. It'll be fun. Besides, this is part of the treaty document until then. Please join us. The king can see it first. In the hallway, Princess Daisy asked father, your father's actually going to Atlantic City or Sao? The National Guard is still studying the Degina paper. Answer, of course. Take that thing out and invite us. It's not just welcoming us. He wanted to show off his strength. Kwok Fuang looked at the object called the large spacecraft, Nakir. Say more. To decorate this part of the agreement, he represents his wish. Based on this, we have to confirm. In the Atlantic City, in the city government, we are welcoming the heads of state. The territory. Looking from the agreement on the table, Liu Feng told everyone, I've seen the sign. Is there anything that can't be received? We can talk to each other. On the table right now is King Robinson of the Olives, Queen of Timor of the Kingdom of Sa Jin, far from the leader of the beast, and Bella, the leader in the chaos. Everybody put a pen to it. Aya said I didn't need to agree. Tim Modi also said that the Jazan representative agreed. Bella also replied that I agree even if I come to you. King Robinson was hesitant. Liu Feng asked, so what did King Robinson think? The National Guard did not respond. There are many thoughts in my head. Get rid of all slaves. Carry out the circulation of others. Do not occupy their part. This wish with the country does not have many obligations. The benefits are also many. The feeling if you want to do it. It won't be too real. When you think about it, you just answered. There's something we should consider protecting this law together. We're all in the same league. In front of this alliance. The existence of the wind. I also agree. After the Olive King put his pen. Happy to hold a glass of wine in your hand. Can you say that? Later, everyone tries to cooperate and win together. Let's all raise a glass together. Put your back on the chair. I breathed a sigh of relief. This category is over. Nicola party a tray of hot tea arrived. Give him a cup of hard work. Mina sat under the sofa and relaxed. But also have to say, the days are getting better. Ellie thought of something. It feels a little unreal. A year ago, we almost said death. It's over now. Become the bearer of the nation. Keep a hot cup of tea on your hand. As much as possible. The two girls rushed to ask the right question, young master. The ceremony of enthronement tomorrow. How did you arrange it? Mina also continued. That's right, master kept saying, I want to know. He laughed half-heartedly and wanted to know why. Then serve me well, and I will tell you. The face of the wind instead of saying. Liu Feng's machine makes a girl shy up. Young family ruffian. The next day was sunny. In the central Atlantic City Square. People are busy looking at the magnificent building in front of them. Bella sighed. Its grand architecture. Ellie also continued. At first, the young master took Ro's blueprints. I was startled too. Urza turned to Ellie in surprise. Urko still calls him young master. I didn't let Ellie speak. Mina replied in front of an acquaintance called the young master. A stranger can change the name. A dignified convoy of black cars going to everything. It grabs everyone's attention. Ellie shouted, the young master is here. The train slowly entered the square and came to a stop. Top floor King Robinson. Watch the shiny black machines appear. They just moved and released smoke. Ask what it is. Princess Daisy replied. Heard, made by their R&D department. It's called a car. The Olympus show says it's a good thing. In the background of fireworks flying, the police officer ordered the emperor out of the car. Bow ceremony. Your Majesty, your Majesty. Save the majestic wind. Put on the royal. With the dominant color being black. It's a magical power. The girls in the audience looked at the wind without blinking. Ellie uttered the young master's clothes. So handsome. Mina next to him breathed relentlessly. I don't even know how dark it is. Who said I was tired? In the welcome music. He stepped up to the radio station. Everyone bowed their heads in turn, celebrating with the new emperor. The wind looked down. All the people and the guests below said, you guys, a lot of people who've read the papers know what I'm going to say. So I won't say much more. Starting from today, England will change its name to the Han Dynasty. The Atlantic City will become the national map of Han. The dynasty changed its name to Chong'an. I am the first emperor of his dynasty. I'll protect everyone from going hungry. There will be no more wandering. There will be no more insecurity and panic. I'll lead everyone. Let's build a peaceful and strong nation. All because the school is 9. The wind just ended. All the people around the world were shouting. Long live the king, long live the school. Bella against the hand exclaims it is good to say. Elsa also continued, but those promises to a lot of people are enough. Lucy thought about it and answered the question. It's called a good school. To end his speech. Then Nicola. Wear pink Han dress, looking down at the people below the statement. Congratulations start. To form strong and filled with cheers. The applause of the people. Paper cannons flying through the sky. The music with a joyful sound emerged. In the middle of the square, everyone is a martial artist. The dancers of the people dancing jubilantly. The joyful music echoes forever. In the Fong government is holding a banquet. The guests, wine glass in hand, Liu Feng said, "You can go to school today. More or less with your help. I'm here today to celebrate. One is to thank everyone for their help. Or maybe we can work together. School agreement 9N. The wind has just finished. Happy toast, everyone." Trong Chuang 9N. The Olive King happily excitedly put on his shoulders. Liu Feng said to Exile, "Your Majesty, I'm telling you, things from the Atlantic City. Can you sell it to us? God is behind the black fat father. Pay attention to the ritual." In my head, I think I want a car. Sei Feng happily replied, "Cars and spaceships are part of the purchase plan. Our sale." To meet such an aspiration, the king's face lit up, two eyes sparkling as Sao replied, "I will wait." The queen also brought wine to celebrate. Queen Chu's mouth is lovely. "Congratulations to your majesty." Back to Tim Mo. "Don't worry, your majesty. The hazing thing is already planned. When the time is right, I will arrange an action." Tim Modi excitedly replied to Sao, "He is not the man I look at them." "Speak out, your majesty. I'm not really thinking about getting married. Then our territories will be combined. Is the largest country." Tim Modi said as he rushed to embrace the wind. Make the black wind dry face answer. "This is on the table. Go back and tell Bella." "Lord Bella, we really didn't come. Congratulations to your majesty," or Sao. Bella Te is still hurrying food what to say. "I gave him the souls. You need these." Then turned to say. Ayawaya replied, "Don't talk about me like you do." Bella's answer made him black. "Go to Ra Bella now." The two women held up a glass of wine to celebrate. Bella said, "Congratulations to your majesty." "Congratulations to your majesty on your stay. Spring is coming. Are you all ready?" Two girls' voice very ready to kick. "Our tribe has prepared the step." "Don't worry, your majesty." Bella Wink playfully replied, "I'll help you guard the chaos. I will not let war burn down your Han dynasty." "You had this idea at first, didn't you?" "Don't worry, I'm here. Where chaos doesn't matter." The man in the living room laughed, and that bothered Bella. "People drink up. We also welcome our successful cooperation. To borrow your majesty's words, congratulations to all. Trong Chuang, 9An. In the country just established winter. The season of freezing cold is over. Now spring has come to life." The Sixth Saddle era also began to have a war. Each horseman abundant force advancing. Long'an was formerly the Atlantic City. Liu Feng is sitting in his office writing a memoir. "I am a man of the earth. Since I discovered that I could be free. I've been here for a year now. This is the century of spiritual human existence. I became an owner in it. I am now the king of a kingdom. Have the right to build their own nation. The first thing I wanted to do. It's about building a national management system. First, the Justice Department was headed by Lucy and Via. Lucy Nguyen is the lost princess of England, the fame and the public interest that she represents. We can all help her get this done. That in hand, PR has a solid system. Can also help. Lucy supervises administrative management for me. Next is the science department. Do Luffy and Uncle Aku N. In charge of developing my blueprints. Their excellent technology is suitable for this. What about development research? I'm going to bring modern technology from Earth. The military is still run by the family. Surprise, surprise. We are given such an important responsibility, said the young man. This is inappropriate. Trust me, I don't need to say any more. I believe God believes in your son. To earn the trust of Liu Feng. The cow bowed its head. Yes, we do not help you. Let's continue to build the second story. Is to build a monetary system. Reclaim all the gold coins. They're opening money sites all over the country called banks. In charge of issuing banknotes, managing the national economy. This is temporarily for me to manage. About issuing banknotes, Nicola excitedly said. That's not. We can print as much money as we want. Liu Feng replied laughing, haha, in theory it is. But paper money can't just sit still. Even though SAO holds this, it can be very convenient for us. He rubbed Nicola's head and said. Azina spoke out to ensure the value of paper money. Paper money that has no value just dares to keep circulating. If there is too much paper money over the entire value of goods, then paper money will be devalued. People who hold money in their hands will suffer. You can't print too much, but holds the right to issue banknotes. It's also the accounting authority. Commercial products, that's what the Fonga says. I think it's not a tiger. She is the most business-minded lady. Nicola stood on one side of the tickle, and she didn't understand. I don't know what that means, but it's good. Save the wind, laughing, thinking. Look out to that category. You can put Darina in charge. In building the system of Liu Feng. Set up a public sanitation system. Ellie looked at the plan on her hand and asked the young master what it was. Liu Feng Tong, this is the need to clean our cities across the country. You don't want to later either. Every city is dirty. It stinks, right? Ellie thought of shivering and said. That's right, other cities I don't want to go. Like that, we need other cities to do the same. What we do. I didn't need a rocket first. But 1 year, I want a year later. We don't need to go to any city. Feeling disgusted again. Fourth in the construction of Liu Feng, it's a transportation system. Thursday and many other plans. Stop the pen for an hour. It's finally basically done. Mina came forward and said that the young master had worked hard. Then she went over and squeezed her shoulder and said to Liu Feng, if you are tired, rest. Save the wind, relax Ra. The king is tired. I don't know why. Many people want to be king. Then the wind suddenly hugged Mina's waist, so she sat on her lap. Mina suddenly shouted at the young master. Hold Mina in your arms. Liu Feng said Dante, move and let him rest for a while. Mina shyly hugs the neck and drinks spoiled food. Liu Feng is right. Someone told me something important today. What did Mina suddenly ask? Liu Feng continued. They asked him how the queen's position was arranged. This question made Nina blush. Uncle A, this young man. I suggest you marry Her Majesty Lucy and make her queen. Mina thought regretfully. Mina's opinion surprised the wind. The fool replied. Mina continued to speak from the long. I feel a new kingdom. You can't let people feel good. Too many incentives. That's not good. Mina's mind was exiled. Don't say anything stupid. This is not a benefit. What you think everyone deserves. Mina is still grilled, But if the queen position... I won't let you finish. Hold your hand on your chest and continue. Remember what you said to me. I still want to take the beast. Liu Feng's words were, Mina moved me. I have something about you going before. Mina, run away. Sighs the stupid cat. The queen's position has been vacant for a while. At the Ministry of Science and Technology, Uncle Feng just came to check on the situation and met the dwarf. Welcome to the attention of a guy. Uncle Kun ran out to greet His Majesty. Ask the wind. I heard the gun research was successful. Notice a bow excited laughing loud haha. No matter what your Majesty's wishes, invite here. Follow Uncle Iakal in the distance. Is the African table sitting? On the table are countless metal details. Yu Fei looked at the sad voice, replied, I'm sorry I didn't come looking for you today. If you lose focus, is you? The employee next door asked awkwardly. Yu Fei lady, can we get started on this side? Attention, She led the wind to a place covered in secret. I just opened the tarpaulin. Ra said, save your Majesty, please see. Is that what you want in your heart? Under the Kier tarpaulin, it's 2 guns, a short, a long, and countless bright yellow copper bullets. Holding their guns in their hands, observing every detail. Save Feng prays harm. I can't believe you made it so fast. Note Ackle scratching head shy. Don't underestimate my talent. I was killed because this thing was made. But is it really what you say? Don't shoot that far. He holds a 6 gun and puts the bullet in. Tell me, won't you know? Bring your gun to the shooting school. The snow outside is still white, and the bullets are clinging. In the distance is a stela with a bright red center. Note a kun. You'd better cover your hands. Attention, Ackle, a sound of surprise. Save Feng Yang gun. I watched Tran Hong Tam shoot for an hour. Save Feng commented in DTO shot. Uncle Yakun even covered his ears, but also by loud gunfire makes 7 business. Your Majesty, this is too loud. Such a large amount of money can actually replace SAO supply. Just talked about here. I was more interested in business. When I saw the stela was shot, I shot through it. 6 shots in a row. A few more pills. Let Yakan open his eyes. Save Feng collect gun. Tell the Yakan next door. Let's start preparing the equipment. I want this to use the fastest speed. Put into production line. This will become our strongest defense wall. My uncle replied, I understand. Back to the side. To summon the commanding members of the military. Uncle Niu has just come to greet the young master. You're looking for us. Please welcome to sit down. In fact, this time we're calling everyone together. I just want to make it simple. About my preparation and arrangements coming up. Now we've taken the water you lost. But the Atlantic, though SAO, is still in the west, right? It's not very strong in many places. So I'm going to let you come. 4 city owners set up troops stationed. 1 is to stabilize the situation. 2 is to increase our control over the area. The 5-year-old said, Master wants us when to leave. Give orders at any time. Don't worry about saving the wind. It won't be that fast. Then I'll let you know. But I also have news. It is also time to tell everyone. According to short-term intelligence, about 2 months from now, that's 5 months, there will be a large fleet of ships attacking us. They will even go inland. They asked the young man, "Can you write the number of your troops?"